Good morning, I'm Representative John Patrick Carney. I serve on the Transportation Subcommittee of Finance. Late last night, through leaks in the governor's cabinet, we were informed that he had talked to members of the Republican legislature about a partisan political plan to raid assets of the Ohio Turnpike. The governor's choice to exclude the members of the Democratic Legislative Caucus from both chambers with respect to this briefing betrays the fact that, in fact, this is a partisan plan to raid assets of the Turnpike for political gain. Top members of Governor Kasich's administration have been candid about the plan, describing it as a, quote, hostile takeover of the Ohio Turnpike in internal correspondence. It's clear that this is a political ploy designed to create a re-election year slush fund so that he may go around the state and hand out things to folks who are in need. The governor is going through a tough re-election, with latest polling showing that, in fact, the majority of people here in the state of Ohio don't think that he deserves to be re-elected. This plan auctions off the revenue of the Turnpike for one-time money in an effort by John Kasich to get a pot of money for political patronage to sprinkle around the state. The governor's plan is a bad deal for the people of northern Ohio and the people of all of the state. Keep in mind that the Ohio Supreme Court ruled just last week that CAT tax revenue from the sale of motor vehicle fuel needed to be reclassified as gas tax revenue, and so there's $140 million annually now that is available for transportation projects that must be spent on things like the I-90 corridor up in Cleveland, the Brent Spence Bridge. There are dollars available to do this. So why the governor at this point in time would decide that creating debt is in the best interest of Ohioans seems very much the antithesis of what we need in Ohio right now. Ultimately, we need a plan that is based upon the assets that we already have available and living within the means that we have. The governor is proposing a debt deal that's not good for you, citizens of Ohio, and I'd like to introduce some of my colleagues to talk more specifically about that. I'd like to introduce my colleague, Representative Kasich.